Doug Ford is nothing if not blunt. He also might be pretty adept at sparking a constitutional conflict. That the Ontario Premier plans to use the notwithstanding clause for the first time ever in Ontario, to ignore a court ruling that blocked his plan to chop Toronto City Council in half, is proof of both statements. He's launched a field day for political commentators and municipal politicians. And he just might have inadvertently put Prime Minister Trudeau in an awkward spot. Mayors across the country are using Ford's decision as an opening to demand constitutional recognition of municipal governments. Pundits are decrying the very idea that the Premier would think of triggering a clause intended as a failsafe, an option of last resort when confronted by judicial excess, particularly over a question as petty as how many Toronto City Councillors there should be. Still others take exception to Ford's repeated claim at his Monday news conference that an appointed judge is less legitimate than an elected government. They also bristle at his warning that he's fully prepared to use the notwithstanding clause again. Prime Minister Trudeau, speaking in Winnipeg Tuesday, declined to weigh in on the question of how big Toronto's City Council should be. But he spoke of the important role the courts play in defending Canadians' rights. I will trust that Ontarians will reflect on whether or not the provincial government made the right decision on overriding the Charter of Rights and Freedoms on this issue, he said. Justice Edward Billababa ruled this week that the Ford government's City Council bill infringed upon the right of voters and candidates to free expression. Former Prime Minister Brian Mulroney, whose daughter Caroline is Ontario's Attorney General, said Tuesday that he was never a big fan of the notwithstanding clause and was never himself tempted to use it. To me, the backbone and the enormous strength of Canada is their independence and magnificence of the judiciary, he told reporters, adding he hadn't spoken to his daughter about the decision.